What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be riding the A line today, so come along with me as we ride the A line. We're here at Union Station. Right behind me, that's Union Station. So we're going to go ahead, hop on the A line and go to Pasadena. So without further ado, let's get started.
Yeah, that's something to start with. Yeah.
Oh, pardon me, sir.
No, you're good.
Alrighty. At least we're on the platform. Awesome how there's a one-way line all the way to Pomona, which is pretty cool. Although the A line is considered the longest line. You can see here is the map of the A line. You can see this is a lot of stations from Long Beach all the way to Pomona North, which is in the San Gabriel Valley. So pretty much this is your one-way line. It takes about 2.5 hours, but because of street running sections like here in this part and some parts in Pasadena, downtown, and in Long Beach, it does make the trip feel even longer. So keep that in mind if you actually are crazy enough to take the A line all the way. Alrighty, thank goodness there's security around the metro system, because over the past couple of years I've ridden and there's been an increase of crime, but so far things are getting a little bit better, but there's definitely room for improvements. I never downright felt like my life is in danger, but it's definitely something you have to keep in mind if you ride the metro. That's just the Long Beach bound train. I could tell you guys, the A line is super busy. It's one of the busiest lines in the country. There's my train. We're on to Pasadena. Okay, so overall condition of the metro, I don't know. I mean, there is some issues facing. For example, as you could see right here from this car that I took, there is some homeless people sleeping on the train. So as you could see, there's people literally knocked out, as you could see here from the video. I mean, I don't want to disturb them, but that's the issues Metro faces. Like, there's a bunch of people who are homeless that usually are knocked out, sleeping on the trains, the platforms. That's one of the issues Metro's facing that I really hope they could address, because sometimes it just makes it for an unsafe or unpleasant experience. There's especially people who are pretty much fucking crazy when they ride the train. Like, you gotta watch out. But as long as you try to mind your own business, then I think it could be okay. I mean, try to go during the daytime, obviously. The issues the A line is facing is that it really goes through really sketchy neighborhoods such as Long Beach, South Central LA, Watts, you name it. So don't be surprised that the condition of the trains looks a little bit grimy. As you could see, we're going through the street running sections in Highland Park where the A line passes. So it usually has to go much slower and stop at traffic signals, which definitely could take a little time to get through, which is why it makes the trip feel longer, because usually trains like the A line or the E line don't have traffic signal priority, so some of the sections have to be street running. So that's why the trains are usually slower and it takes a little bit longer to get to your destination.
Now arriving, Highland Park Station.
Fun fact, this section along the A line was originally formerly known as the L line or the Gold line. The original line opened up in 2003 between Union Station and downtown LA and Sierra Madre Villa Station, which is Pasadena. Now it ran through different neighborhoods including Los Angeles, Lincoln Heights, Highland Park, South Pasadena, and Pasadena, and included a mix of at-grade or street-level sections or at-grade separation, which is the 210 freeway. So the L line pretty much runs along the 210 freeway when it originally first opened. After 20 minutes, we finally made it to Del Mar Station, which is actually the stop that I need to get off. So we're gonna go ahead and explore the city. go to Old Town Pasadena. This behind me is the Del Mar Station A-line. Now, when I did ride the train, I did see a lot of homeless people riding on the train. They're usually sleeping or probably knocked out. I mean, it's not uncommon to see homeless people sleeping on the train. I mean, it's pretty much everywhere on the metro, bus, whatever. It's common though. It's been happening for a long time because, again, because the city of Los Angeles is experiencing a housing crisis, many homeless people are sleeping on the stations, the trains, stuff like that. I mean, it's a big problem, but what can we do about it? And I do see that daily. Like, it happens all the time on the metro. I mean, it's been happening since pre-pandemic, so don't be surprised you're gonna find people sleeping on the train, especially if they're homeless. So we're officially here at Old Town Pasadena. Hope I don't die here. So we're now in the downtown area. Well, this is, we're gonna go over there. That's probably the main attraction over there. Station over there. Let me go check it out. I actually want to kind of check it out real quick. This in traffic, because I'm really scared to ride this in traffic. I actually do like riding the metro. Yes, it does have its problems in terms of safety and stuff like that, cleanliness, and also the stations, the elevators, the trains not being in the best shape in the world. Same with the buses. But I think it's getting a little bit better in terms of, safety and stuff like that. I would still be cautious. My recommendation, if you do ride the metro, is try to go during rush hour. Go during the day and try to avoid going at night. Like, try to avoid being in those really deserted stations that have little to no lining, because that's where all the trouble starts. And because there's an increase of security on the metro systems in terms of the trains, buses, and stuff like that, with security being present at all times in some parts of the metro, hopefully it will make the system a little bit safer. Is that the police? What the hell? I'm just chilling, honestly. I'm gonna film them if they come up towards me. You can see already there's a lot of homeless people right here. I'm not kidding. California, Governor Gavin Newsom, why aren't you doing anything about the homeless people? People literally need help. They're still human beings. I'm not saying that they're bad people. They're just abusing drugs. They just need help, man. They just desperately need help to be able to find a place to live instead of sleeping out here on the streets. So right over here, this is the Del Mar station, the one that I got off earlier. So there's two platforms, actually. There's actually two ways. So this is the first way, the second way, the third way, which is right around the corner of Raymond Avenue. And the other way, that's on Arroyo Parkway, right over there. There's actually about 4 entrances here at Del Mar station. Make sure you get on the right one, because one time I got on the wrong platform and it took me to the wrong place. So make sure you read the signs. For example, right here, platform 1 takes you to Pomona, platform 2 takes you to Long Beach, of course. So make sure you know where you're going. I checked the real-time arrival times. It's gonna take about 10 minutes for the Long Beach train to get here, so might as well just chill here until the train gets here, because I'm gonna be here a little while. These are the downsides of the A line, so let's talk about it. The downsides of riding the A line, because it's a longer line, it's very prone to delay. So for example, if there's an accident or some incident, then that could definitely cause headaches and eat up a lot of time. The second downside is that it runs on street level sections. For example, in Long Beach, downtown LA, and in some parts of Highland Park and Pasadena, could definitely eat up a lot of time and slow the trains down. making that commute feel really long. The third downside of riding the A line is that it passes through really sketchy neighborhoods. So from downtown LA and Long Beach, South Central LA, Compton, Watts, you name it, it could be very sketchy, especially at night. So if you do actually ride it, I would just be cautious if you go down there. But other than that, the A line is not that bad, honestly. At least it takes you through every part. But the A line is not all that bad. It's just not perfect. It just needs a lot of work. But one of the big advantages the A line has is that there are 10-minute schedules every time. So during the day, you don't have to wait that long for a train compared to the C line. The C line, you have to wait over 30 minutes just for a damn train. So at least the A line trains come here pretty frequently. So if you miss one, then you don't have to worry. You could always wait for the next one. You don't have to wait that long.
Don't play loud music, block the aisles or exits, or take up more than one seat. Park bikes in designated Village, Victory Park. Connect here with Metro, Louisville, and Pasadena Transit buses underground.
Oh God, that sounds horrible. See right here where the joints of the train connect, it's making a really loud noise. So Metro, you definitely need to make sure your trains are in good shape because it is not pleasant to hear that. So you can see right there, this is what I mean, that's the street running section of the A line. You can see it literally has to wait at a red signal. So that's what really slows it down a lot. Well guys, I think that's gonna wrap up the video for today. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. It will definitely help my channel a lot. In the next video, I'll definitely do the Metro K line, as well as explore the LAX Metro Transit Center that opened up over a year ago. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. Follow me on my social media platforms. I post there regularly. Anyways, take care guys. Have a great day.